Hey, my name's Linda, and I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about Pilates mats so you find the right one for you. Hi, my name's Linda Magid. I currently have the highest rated Pilates program on Udemy.com, and in this video, I'm going to tell you all about different kinds of exercise mats so that when you do Pilates, you have the right one for your body. Not all mats are the same, and going with the most expensive mat is not always the best idea. So I'm going to go through 4 different kinds of mats that people always ask me about and tell you the pros of them and the cons so that you can make an informed decision. But before I get started, I want to make sure that you subscribe to my channel so that you can learn so much more about Pilates. I have short classes that you can take on my YouTube channel, as well as lots of classes that tell you all about Pilates. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. So first, let's talk about the yoga mat. The yoga mat is not necessarily the same as an exercise mat. A yoga mat is designed to be tacky so that when people are standing on it in, let's say, a pose where their feet are separated, they're not slipping on it. So I have one right here, and I actually bought this for myself to record for Pilates because you see how pretty it is? Like, it's really, really pretty with this blue. It looks like the sky almost, or like water. Yeah, look at that. That's pretty cool. However, it's not so great for Pilates because when you're doing like roll-ups, I find that my clothes actually stick to the mat, and then as I'm moving, my leggings slowly slide down my butt, and I am not a big fan of that. So I keep having to adjust while I'm recording, which is totally annoying. The other thing is that because I'm sticking to it, it kind of moves and will bunch up, which also is not so great. This particular brand is Manduka, and this is their Echo Mat. Comes in various sizes. I have the light version. It's 4 pounds. I'm not kidding. The regular version is 7.5 pounds. So that's a mat that you don't want to necessarily carry in and out of your car. You want to just keep it in the house and use it when you're doing yoga at home. But for a yoga mat, it is amazing. For a Pilates mat, I do not recommend the sticky yoga mat version. Okay, another kind of mat that people ask me about is a mat that's thick. So when you're doing things like roll up, roll over, rolling like a ball, there is a lot of activity, we'll say, on the spine. And so people will say, well, I really think I need a thick mat because it feels more cushiony, which I understand. And a thick mat would look like this. This is 1/2 inch thick. You can get these on Amazon. Here's the issue with thick mats. 2 things. One, not great for balance, because the thicker the surface is that you're standing on, or the more cushion it has, then the less, I'm going to think of that word, it's an unstable surface. That's it, unstable surface. And when it's unstable, you can't balance as well. So granted, we don't stand on our feet in Pilates, but you are balancing on your booty when you are in rolling like a ball and in open leg rocker, in teaser, you're balancing. When you're laying on your side for side kick, you are trying to balance. And so that does make it harder. The other thing is that when we're doing anything with planks, or if we're doing upside down plank with leg pull, when you have your wrist in the mat and it's pushing, your hand will come back, and then you're going to get more pressure in that wrist and on that palm. And a lot of people complain when they're doing push-ups or when they're doing planks that their wrists hurt. So not so great for that. I think maybe it's good if you are doing something on your knees like thigh stretch, that maybe if you take the mat and you put it crossways on your mat so that you have something under your knees, you can experiment with it and see how it feels. And listen, if you're doing your work at home, like in my classes, then you can just move the mats back and forth. You can use the thick one and then use the thinner one. However you want to do it, it's fine. But just so you know, there are some issues with having a thicker mat. However, some people love them and it makes their back feel great. So you really just got to try it and see what you like. So I've got 2 more mats to talk about, but before I do, I just want to make sure that you know that you can take my beginner mat Pilates class on Udemy.com. I have the link below that you can click on. You can also look for me in the search under Pilates for Real Bodies, and you can take my beginner mat Pilates class, especially if you have never done Pilates before or you're really looking for kind of recharge your essential exercises. This is a great way to do that because I have lots of different kinds of modifications and it gives you a lot of support in the classes. Here's another one. This is the Cadillac of Pilates mats. And I hope that that is still a term that people use, like it's the best. I don't know if maybe we're doing like Tesla now, but in my day it was the Cadillac. Anyway, it's the Cadillac of Pilates mats. Here's why. First, it has cushion. And the cushion is not as thick as the mat that you get on Amazon, but it also has a beautiful leather cover, which makes it more stiff. So you get the cushion, but also with the support. Okay. Also, you see the bars that are at the very top, you put your hands underneath and then you can do rollover and you can pull more with that rollover. So if you're struggling with rollover, it's really nice to have those handlebars. There's also at the end, there's that strap that you can see at the end of the mat, and you put your feet underneath it. So if you're struggling with roll up, you put your feet underneath and it keeps your feet on the ground. So, or if they come up off the floor, you have some like pressure to push against, which is really, really nice. This mat is pretty big. It collapses, so you can put it away. You can put it under your bed or against the wall. But the thing is that it's not light. So if you're going to buy this mat, you are definitely going to want to put it out and keep it out. And maybe only put it away when you're cleaning the floors or something. The other thing about this mat is that it can range from $700 to $850. That's why it's the Cadillac of mats. So if you are someone who spending that kind of money on a mat isn't a problem, then and you have that extra space, then absolutely go for it. It's a beautiful mat, very comfortable, very nice to use on your body, and the rolling really does feel good. However, if that is not in your price range, then you don't have to worry about it. You can absolutely do Pilates without having a handmade leather and wood mat. Me personally, I would rather save my money and spend it on a wounded chair because I'm going to get more value out of that chair. What the bars and the strap at the end provide, I don't really need. But if you're up for it, definitely go for it. So the last mat that I'm going to tell you about is, interestingly, the least expensive and the least fussy. But before I tell you about it, just one last chance, definitely subscribe to my channel. While you're here with me, I really appreciate you coming and checking out the rest of my videos. So the very last mat that I'm going to talk to you about is just your basic body sport. This is a mat that I got at Play It Again Sports, which if you don't know what that is, it is a resale sports equipment store. This was not used. It was wrapped in plastic, but I had some money left over there and I thought, oh, I could really use a mat. And this was even before I started teaching Pilates. This mat has lasted me 3 years. I use it almost every single day and it's fine. It is 1/2 inch of cushion, which is a really basic mat. It rolls up nicely. It's 1.5 pounds, so I can carry it in and out of the gym when I'm teaching my classes. It is nothing special. It's $23, and it's really just what you need. As long as you're either on carpet or on a hardwood floor, you don't really need anything special unless you feel like you do. That's it. That's the big surprise. For Pilates, all you need is a regular old mat. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope you got a lot out of it. Be sure to check out my Udemy course. It's Beginner Pilates on the Mat. I also have monthly classes that you can take right here on YouTube. It's $34.99 a month. You just register with me and you have access to 4 videos every month that you can do any time of day or night. I also have a brochure on what Pilates is and how you know if it's right for you. And I have lots more videos to watch. Thank you so much, and I'll see you on the mat.